Mrs. Marks is selecting students for a committee that must consist of 3 seniors and 5 juniors. 6 senior volunteers are able to serve on the committee. What is the least number of junior volunteers needed if Miss Marks wants at least 100 different possible ways to pick the committee? So, I can first start by, because the seniors and the juniors can be calculated separately, we can calculate, first of all, how many ways are there to choose the seniors? Well, if it's a committee, that means, I'll say we have people A, B, C, D, E, F, A, B, C, D, E, and F. Well, picking A, B, and D is the same thing as picking B, D, and A. So instead of 6 times 5 times 4, you have to correct for overcounting, or in other words, combinations. We have 6 seniors, and we're choosing 3 of those to be on the committee, and this can be rewrote as 6 times 5 times 4 over 3 times 2 times 1. 2 and 4 cancel, 2. 3 and 6 cancel also, 2. 2 times 5 is 10 times 2 again. So we have 20 ways to pick the seniors. So, now the juniors. Well, if Miss Marks wants at least 100 different possible ways to pick the committee, that means there has to be at least 5 ways to pick the juniors, right? Because let's say there's like 2 ways to pick the other juniors. Well, then if it's 20 times 2, there's 40 ways, and that's not enough, right? We want at least 100 ways. So again, we can use combinations. So we have X seniors, X juniors, and we're choosing 5 of them. Well, first of all, there has to be at least 5 juniors, or else, how do you even choose 5? There's only 4 juniors. So, at least 5 juniors. Well, of course, that means X can't be 5 too, because, 5 choose 5. That's just one way, right? Because you have 5 juniors, and you want to choose 5 juniors, then there's only one way to choose, all 5 of the juniors. But, however, if X was 1 higher, 6, say if X was 6, then that would become a lot higher, because here, what we have is 6 seniors choosing 5. So 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 over 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. 5 cancel, 4 cancel, 3's cancel, 2's cancel, and we have 6 over 1, which is 6 ways to choose the number of juniors. Well, if there's 20 ways to pick the seniors, that means for every one of those 20 ways, there's 6 ways to pick the juniors, and that's 120, which is more than enough. To have at least 100 different possible ways to pick the committee. And even though we went over, we know that we can't go lower, lower juniors, because 5 doesn't work. 6 works. I mean, you can't have 5.5 people. It's just weird. So our answer is just 6 juniors.